Can y'all hear me? You know, I question what's wrong with an autism person tweeting their opinions on wrestling. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's mid or okay. Some people, some of these internet wrestling community accounts be taking my tweets way too serious. I literally just had 2 other Twitter accounts blocking me just because they know that I'm telling the truth about how bad and terrible the booking, creative, and writing has been in WWE. I'm going to call out those 2 accounts, and I'm going to put those 2 accounts on blast like I did with the other 2 accounts a few weeks ago. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is your SmackDown WWE Night of Champions 2026 Go Home Show review. I was supposed to do a SmackDown watch along, but I decided to change it to a review because the card looked very, very mid-filler garbage. So instead, I watched the SmackDown clips, the clips coming out of SmackDown. I didn't even bother watching the whole show. But I seen everything. There was some good to this show, and there was mostly some bad on this show. This was easily another one of the worst SmackDowns all year. Then you got all these people online. Well, don't watch it. Obviously, I watch it because I care about the talent. I care about how the talent is booked. I care about how they're poorly booked. I care about how they're wasted and buried. The talent deserves to get booked better, especially the women. I don't know what the problem is with WWE booking women's talent, but they are not doing a hell of a good job booking women's talent. The women's talent deserves to be booked better. The fact that the NXT and Evolve Women's talent, the way they've been booked, proves that the booking needs to get better in WWE. All I gotta say is NXT, Evolve, SmackDown, book your women better, please. I'm tired of this lazy booking nonsense. It's absolutely ridiculous. No female talent deserves to be booked like shit. None. It's like the Triple H administration and the creative and the writers know that, but they don't seem to care. Like I said, all they care about is the money and their stupid political agendas. That's all they care about at the end of the day. Don't know why that's more important than giving the fans what they want. Which it shouldn't be. But that's the Triple H administration for you, man. It never fails. Anyways, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if y'all are new. Turn on the bell for all notifications. We got a lot to go over. We got some CM Punk news and Bruce Pritchard news. Something that I regret going over. I'm going to go over. But that's not going to be the last thing that I go over to close out the watch along. This watch along is going to be pretty long this morning. And I'm going to do what I can to grind for some money so I can be able to be live for Night of Champions because I want to make sure Over wins, man, because I do not want Jade to win. Trust me when I tell you, nobody wants Jade to win the King of the Ring tournament. Nobody. Nobody wants him to win at all. It is the worst decision ever. Like, God forbid us all. Like, seriously. There is going to be some outrage on social media if Jey Uso wins the King of the Ring finals. I'm telling you now. There's going to be a lot more complaining. And then all these positive accounts online are going to be putting people down, the people that complain down. Motherfucker, you can't put us down. The reason why we complain because we care about the product. We care more about the product than y'all do. But yeah, y'all want to sit here and say we complain because this ain't right or that ain't right. We have a right to fucking complain. We're motherfucking adults at the end of the day. Idiots. Get over it. That's just like, this is my stream. I can say what the fuck I want. Nobody tells me what to do on this stream. Nobody. If the show is terrible, it's terrible. If it's good, it's good. If it's solid, it's solid. If it's mid, it's mid. At the end of the day. What do you want people to do when they complain about a bad product with terrible booking, creative, and writing? Really? I don't understand these freaking fake IWC bot accounts online, man. I don't get it. It's almost like they don't want us to be on Twitter X. They don't want us to express our opinions. I don't know, man. Freaking community is just so toxic and just something else, man. The wrestling community can be full of shit sometimes on Twitter X. It can be, really. And look, I'm a part of it. If WWE would better their creative booking and writing, we wouldn't be complaining like we would now, would we? Obviously, no. Even after SmackDown, you still got people on Twitter X complaining, saying that SmackDown was dog shit. SmackDown was terrible. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to begin the review. If SmackDown has been terrible every Friday night, what does that tell y'all? Y'all figure that out. Since you people can't seem to understand why I care about the shows like I do, and the talent like I do, and the booking, creative, and writing like I do. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over this review here. All right, so I'm going to break this down because this was supposed to be the final sale for a pay-per-view. And instead, it felt like WWE taped a C- show in front of a crowd that paid for WrestleMania energy and got house show effect. So we kicked things off with Trick Williams and Ricky Saints. Trick still on the honeymoon brag after trying to not, and Ricky making sure little Yachty caught a receipt, which told me right away this night was going to be promo heavy and logic light. Jackie Redmond tried to get a word with Alexa Bliss, while Tiffany Stratton hovered for camera time. That whole thing spiraled into Alexa and Tiffany teaming up with B-Fab and Michin, only for Jade Cargill to interfere and tip the scales to B-Fab, and Michin walked out with the win before Chelsea Green ran down to even the odds and stand tall with Stratton in some weird trust nobody asked for. The only real reason the storyline paid off we got all night was Tama Tonga and Tonga finally telling Solo they're done. This is what I wanted to see. MFTs are done. Finished, finally. It's about time. Solo Sikoa, they're done. They told Solo Sikoa they're done. And Solo's officially riding Solo after months of spinning wheels and wasted segments. If you want wrestling, you want a match to watch on this week's SmackDown, folks, go watch that AAA Cruiserweight Championship match between Rey Fenix and Nathan Frazer, because that right there was your match of the night. That was a banger of a match. I really enjoyed watching that. That is one of the few best things of this entire show, of this entire SmackDown Night of Champions Go Home show. They actually fought like it was Night of Champions 24 hours away. Counters, dives, near falls, Phoenix stacking Frazer to retain, and something that, put it this way, deserved a bigger stage than this dead crowd. This dead crowd that we got. War Raiders pulled up backstage talking about the Weeper Up tag titles and got in Damian Priest and R-Truth's face, which is where the division's at now. I mean, I don't hate it that much, but I don't trust SmackDown creative to follow through this either. LA Knight and Solo Sikoa had that in-ring sit-down where Solo tried to play general manager and recruit Knight into whatever version of the Bloodline he thinks he's running. Knight shut it down immediately because we done this Bloodline adjacent angle to death. Sami Zayn was backstage again, bending Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae's ear about being the last good guy in WWE, apologizing for last week and justifying the fast count, the ref bump, the belt shot, and I'm over it. I'm over this, man. Seriously. If you're going to turn, turn. But this limbo is exhausting. Paige versus JC Jane happened with Brie Bella in Paige's corner and Fallon Henley and Lenny Reed. With Jane, Paige got the win, but Fatal Influence keeps eating losses while the tag division stays in the mud. And that's booking malpractice at this point. That's exactly what that is. Danhausen TV somehow got us Danhausen and Matt Cardona versus Luz Garza. The Miz and Kit Wilson playing security at ringside. And Cardona pinned Berto after Pyro hit the post and caused a slip, which sums up how seriously Luz Garza are being booked. They're AAA guys now for a reason. Because SmackDown's done nothing with them. They haven't done jack shit with them. AAA is going to book them better than SmackDown. End of the story. Because AAA books talent better than SmackDown. I said what I said. Moving on. Gunther did a quick backstage hit with Kathy or Jackie and said nothing except he's leaving WWE Night of Champions as champion, which is all he needed to say, because he's basically the only one moving like a world champion on this show. At least that's what Gunther thinks anyway, Gunther himself. Not sure what the community thinks. Cargill versus Chelsea Green was rough. Clunky spots, weak punches that Green was rough. Green was really, really rough. But we had weak punches that the announcers buried in real time. And Chelsea's run in last week meant nothing. Let me tell y'all why it meant nothing. It's because she got squashed here like a job. See, this right here is how you fumble talent in real time. Exactly what they did with Chelsea Green here last night. Sad to see, but it's true. And yet Chelsea Green was doing so good on SmackDown as a babyface. She started to score points. She started scoring points with Tiffany Stratton. Ugh. I tell you, man, this company's something else. She was legitimately finally scoring points with Tiffany Stratton, y'all. I'm telling you. Not to mention her run-in saved Stratton last match. Like I said, only to get jobbed out. WWE has dropped the ball with Green, man. They really have. I know they can book Green and do better than that with Chelsea Green, man. She didn't deserve to lose to Chelsea or Jade Cargill. She did not lose. She did not deserve to lose to Jade Cargill, is what I'm trying to say. She didn't deserve to get wasted and buried like that. There's no reason why Chelsea should be losing on SmackDown, man. That is ridiculous. Your top babyface, and you have her lose for what? A comedy act. And Royce Keys cut off a Solo Sikoa interview just to get on TV. Basically. That's basically what happened with Royce Keys here. Man, it tells you everything you need to know about how they feel about Royce Keys, huh? How long is this guy going to be able to take WWE before he requests for his release? I'm just saying. I hope he doesn't leave because WWE needs big guys like him, but the way WWE's been booking Royce Keys, having him lose, and all this other stuff, man, I don't know. It's kind of concerning. It really is. He's a great talent, man. It's just WWE doesn't know what to do with him or knows how to book him properly. That's the freaking problem. Trick Williams got another backstage promo to remind us he's married and holding GOAT. And on top of that, they don't have no creative plans for Royce Keys whatsoever. None. That's another thing. But anyways, Julia put Keanu James away with the arrived Durkee, knee, and Northern Lights bomb before Blake Moreau debuted by attacking Julia and dropping her on her head with a Gotch power driver, which got the only genuine pop from that London crowd all night. The main event segment had Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Gunther, Jey Uso, and Oba Femi all in the ring at once. Cody calling Sami exhausting. Sami bringing up Kevin Owens. Gunther saying he doesn't care about their drama. Jay talking King of the Ring and SummerSlam. Oba walking out to chants. Super kicks flying. Belts being used as weapons. And Cody and Oba ending the show nose to nose with Cody holding the title up. That final segment, or final image, should I say, was the one thing that felt the Night of Champions worthy on a show. Graded mid-low C- by me. Now, outside of Trick's opening, his promo, the MFTs finally splitting, and that banger of a match we got between Fenix and Frazer for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship, which I thought was the best match of the entire show. These guys tearing the house down, and that Kobe and Oba stare down between Cody and Oba. I really enjoyed that. That was another thing that was eye-opening on the show. But I hope this isn't leading to Cody versus Oba. My prediction for King of the Ring finals is Oba Femi beating Jey Uso. to go after Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship, because God knows Roman Reigns needs that title taken off of him, man, because he's got nobody else. Almost Fenix, the only one he got. He got nobody else. He's done ran through everybody else on Monday Night Raw. SummerSlam Night 2 had Roman drop the title to Oba and sent him and his entire bloodline to SmackDown to try to boost up the SmackDown ratings to see if that works. Because Monday Night Raw needs CM Punk back, believe it or not. That's where I hope CM Punk goes back to. We're going to talk about all that here in a little bit. But like I said, outside of Trick's opening, MFT splitting, AAA Cruiserweight Championship match, fucking banger of a match, man. Wow, wow, wow. That is matches that SmackDown need to book every Friday nights. And the Cody Oba feeling like a money match. This was an awful SmackDown. Two hours next month is not saving the show. I'm telling y'all right now. If the creative stays this lost, better writing and better respect for talent like Chelsea Green, Luz Garza, and the women's tag division. Now, y'all let me know in the live chats if you disagree. Drop your grades. Who popped you? Who flopped? And if Oba should be next for Cody? My answer is no. It should be Sami Zayn. It should be heel Sami Zayn. Not Oba, not CM Punk, and definitely not Roman Reigns right now. I could see Roman going after Cody after SummerSlam when he gets sent to SmackDown. Hit that like and subscribe button, folks, and run it up for me, man. Now, we got a couple of news to go over. We got some news on CM Punk, as well as news on Bruce Prichard's return to WWE. But there was something that Fightful put out that I want to discuss first. And I'm going to pull up exactly what I said on the YouTube community tab, because that is what I'm going with, because that is my opinion and I stand on it. I 100% confirmly stand on that. Where is it? Okay, so Fightful put out a tweet saying Triple H encourages fans to have fun with WWE and not take it too seriously. Triple H said, and I quote, the other aspect of that is I think that Blue's perspective of sometimes is we're just fun, man. We're fun, and sometimes people take it too seriously. Sometimes people get too caught up in it. But it's there to entertain, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. If you just want to turn off for a couple of hours and tune into something cool that you can just lose yourself in and have a good time. And he goes on to say WWE is the place to do it. If you've never seen it live, I'm telling you, come to a live event. Come to one of our POEs. Come to a TV. There's nothing like it in entertainment. Obviously, I quote tweeted this on Twitter X. But I want to give it to you the serious way, because I posted a screenshot of this tweet on my YouTube community tab, And I'm going to tell you exactly what I had to say about it. I said that Triple H got the nerve to say, we're just fun. Don't take it too seriously. Like that's an excuse for the product we're getting. Nah, bro, don't work like that. I'm sitting here laughing my ass out the whole time. I question whether he knows what the fuck he's doing with his administration or not. Because like I said, the booking, writing, creative has been bad. It's been an all-time low, which explains why the Raw and SmackDown ratings are down. And like I said, the only thing that's going to save Raw and SmackDown and evolve is better creative, better writing, better booking. I've been saying it for months and months. We ain't seeing it. We haven't seen that so far. But I went on to say, just fun is what you say when the creative team got nothing left. And they don't have nothing left. They're running out of ideas. Fun don't mean lazy 2-3 hour SmackDown shows that drag 2 hours of mid NXT with no payoffs. Now, don't get me wrong. NXT was a solid show this week. And it was a solid show last week. Which why the ratings went up. Because the booking, creative, and writing was an all-time solid beat. NXT has started to pick it up. I'm not going to lie. So I can't shit on them for that. I can't complain for that. They delivered a solid show this week and last week. I think two of the solid NXT shows that I've watched. Now, if Evolve can do the same, maybe I won't have nothing bad to say about their shows. Or complain, whatever. But anyways, fun don't mean lazy 2-3 hour SmackDown shows that drag 2 hours of mid NXT. Some weeks we get mid NXTs, other weeks we don't. And that Evolve garbage taped in front of a no crowd with fake crowd noise piped in. Exactly what Evolve is. That ain't entertainment, man. That's content filled. I went on to say on Twitter X that we're not taking it too seriously. We're asking y'all to take booking seriously. You want us to turn off for a couple of hours and escape? Cool. Make the shows worth escaping to. Give us storylines that make sense. Finishes that don't insult us. Stop treating the audience like we're cheer for anything because it's WWE. Saying come to a live event when half the TVs are half empty and the POE cards write themselves 3 weeks out is crazy. And I meant what I said too when I posted this on my YouTube community tab. I wanted my YouTube subscribers and my supporters to see this. There's nothing like it in entertainment. Right now, there's nothing like how fast creative can kill momentum. This ain't hate, man, coming from me. This is just accountability. I'm not hating on the product. I care about the product. I want all the brands to succeed. Right now, the only two brands that I see succeeding right now is Raw and AAA. Two of the best consistent shows all year. Some weeks, Monday Night Raw solid. Other weeks, their shows are mid too. That ain't the case for AAA. Most of the weeks, AAA has been solid most of the weeks. I ain't even gonna lie. Most of the weeks, their shows have been solid average B pluses. Solid mid Bs. Feel like I should switch Raw from them being number one on my WWE TV ranking list to number 2 and put AAA as number 1 on my WWE TV brand rankings list. Honestly. I love everything about the writing, creative, and booking there is on point. The creative writing and booking there is a whole lot different than it is for Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and Evolve. Totally different. It is not the same. AAA's creative booking and writing is the best. It's the best it's ever been so far. They are fucking killing it. They are on the road. They really are. Now y'all can't disagree with me on that. You know you agree. You guys know, you watched AEW, you know how good that product's been. And how good it continues to be because of Undertaker's booking. Let's just go ahead and admit ourselves that the WWE needs to crown Undertaker Booker of the Year. Like, I think they should just go ahead and do that. Like, for real. Better Booker than Triple H. Honest to God truth. It's not just me saying it. It's me speaking facts. When I tell you Undertaker has done a good job with this booking, dude, every single talent has gotten more TV time on there. Just about every single one of them. Lucha Libre ain't no joke, man, when it comes to booking, creative, and writing. They know how to dominate. They know what the fans want. The AAA creative and writers know what the fans want, man. They know. And that's great. I just only hope that the Triple H administration comes to an understanding and realize what we want, what we really want. That's what I hope. And if they realize that now, then they'll start doing the same thing that the AA creative and writers are doing and the Undertaker is doing. Whereas right now, it doesn't look like they care. And it's honestly a shame. It really is. But like I said, this is not hate. This is accountability. Triple H administration keeps hiding behind its fund while the writing team phones it in every week. Like I said, if the show was fire, you wouldn't need to tell us to stop critiquing it. We'd be too busy talking about how good it was by now. Do better, simple as that. That's all we ask for the administration to do. That's what I said about this tweet from Fightful on, what Triple H was saying. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to this news on CM Punk. Pushing hard for a WWE return on July the 6th, 2026 for Raw in Chicago. I can't blame CM Punk. I know CM Punk wants to boost up the Raw ratings. See, that right there is proof that he really wants to come back and get the fans like me what we want. We want the Raw ratings to go back up, and we need CM Punk back on Raw to boost them up. Once Roman Reigns and the entire Bloodline and Kevin Owens are on SmackDown, we can honestly say, you know what? They're good over there. They don't need CM Punk. You still got Trick, Hayes. You still got Ilya Dragunov that they can bring back to TV. And Rey Fenix. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I would move the MFT. Well, the MFTs are already over there, so there's no reason for the MFTs to be moved to SmackDown. I mean, to Raw. SmackDown can keep Solo and MFTs because I'm sure nobody's going to want Solo and the MFTs to be moved over to Raw. I can tell you right now. So the news dropped from Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Not a lot of people believe him. I don't believe some of the things he say either. I can agree with that. But this kind of got my attention. CM Punk has been pushing very hard to return to the July the 6th episode of Raw in Chicago. I get it. That's a city. That's where the crowd would lose their minds for the second city sing. But WWE apparently has other plans because they want him on SmackDown long term. Lord, that is not what I want. I want him on Raw long term to boost up the Raw ratings. This is what I want. The report says WWE sees Punk as a major piece on the blue brand next to Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and Rhea Ripley. Randy Orton and Drew should be sent to Raw. SmackDown don't need them. They already used Randy and Drew. Drew and Randy has already did everything they've done on SmackDown. But come to think of it, Drew and Randy Orton has done everything on Raw as well. One reason why I want SmackDown to send Randy and Drew over to Raw is to help CM Punk boost up the ratings down there. Then with Stephanie there as two-time world champion, then you could bring Sheamus back, turn him heel, have him feud with CM Punk, and I'm actually gonna mention that because that needs to be mentioned. Because I've been saying this stuff for weeks and weeks and weeks. But people don't seem to want to listen. So if I don't mention this and I forget, don't bitch at me. Don't come asking me, well, would you like to see heel Sheamus versus babyface CM Punk? Because by that time, I'm going to be done forgot about it. The whole reason why he's been off TV since the April the 20th Raw after his WrestleMania 42 main event run was to set up that move and eventually spark that big feud with Cody Rhodes that's been talked about internally. I honestly do not want to see that. We've seen enough of that. I mean, babyface Cody versus babyface CM Punk, do you really think that makes sense? No, to me, it don't. If you want to do a CM Punk Cody feud, at least either turn Cody heel or CM Punk heel. Simplest way to do it. You don't need babyface CM Punk feuding with babyface Cody. You got to get the fans a choice of who to cheer for and who to boo for. You know what I'm saying? If they really want to do CM Punk Cody, turn Cody Rhodes heel. They're going to have to push Cody to turn heel, man. He ain't going to want to do it, but he's going to have to do it. Nobody wants Cody as a babyface undisputed champion. His run as undisputed champion's babyface is boring. Half of us do not care. We want a heel Cody. And that's what we want to see. And they weren't pushing him creatively. They weren't pushing CM Punk creatively. They just wanted to sit him until they could drop him into a top-tier storyline. And now the question is, whether WWE gives him that Chicago pop or sticks to the bigger picture and debuts him on SmackDown across from Cody. Either way, it sounds like they're loading up for another major Punk run, even if the road's a little bumpy getting there. Okay. So, here's my take. Here's my thoughts on this, folks. And I'm going to be really, really freaking honest with you. Also, kind of quiet. So, I've been saying this forever now. Punk is a Raw guy in this run, period. Raw lives and dies on weekly talk segments on the big fight main event field. That's literally what CM Punk does best. He's not a SmackDown guy right now. I just don't see that. He's more of a Raw guy. He should be more of a Raw guy, helping out with the ratings. And not with how that show is being booked. Shit, you really think CM Punk? You really think? Come on, man. You really think CM Punk is going to save SmackDown? That's what a lot of people claim that he's going to do. Look, man, I feel like I've been saying this over and over again already. If WWE actually wants to fix things, why don't you send Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton to Monday Night Raw and stack that roster? Because Punk needs live mics and real opponents every week, not 2-minute squash matches and backstage apologies. And while we're talking Raw, let's be real about Roman Reigns. Who else on that Monday Night Raw men's roster does Roman have to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against? Oh, I'll wait. Oh, but does anybody in the internet wrestling community know that, though? The answer is no. There's only one person here that knows that. And he's sitting right here talking. He's sitting right here, been spinning facts the entire stream. There's only one person that knows that Roman Reigns has nobody else on that Raw men's roster to defend that World Heavyweight Championship against. It's me, obviously. I would have Roman Reigns lose the World Heavyweight Championship to Oba Femi at SummerSlam Night 2. Plain and simple. Have him lose clean. Because Oba's the only one who feels fresh and dangerous. Once Roman loses, ship him and the entire Bloodline to SmackDown to boost the ratings. Along with Kevin Owens. And a potential CM Punk being on SmackDown, even though I don't want that, but it could be a possibility. With all this news floating around about him. About him dropping hints, mentioning the word Friday on that, him doing that commentating thing that he did, that I heard about. But yeah, send the entire Bloodline SmackDown to boost the ratings, throw Kevin Owens over there too. Keep all that young talent on the brand to build around, man. Talking about talent like Trick, Ricky. I mentioned it already on the stream. Rey Fenix and returning Ilya Dragunov. You can have Tony D'Angelo drop the title to Naraku and call him up to the main roster. You can have Tony D'Angelo on SmackDown to even things up, to help bolster the roster. You already got Finn Balor and the Viking Raiders over there. You got Chad Gable, I think. No, I think Chad Gable's going to be more on the Monday Night Raw roster. But Chad Gable being on the SmackDown roster would help too. Mark my words, man. You book Open Family versus Brock Lesnar. For SummerSlam Night 1, you give me Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn. Babyface Cody Rhodes versus heel Sami Zayn. Anyway, for the Undisputed WWE Championship on Night 2, you run Open Family versus Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship on the same night. That is how you make both shows feel must-see. At the end of the day, CM Punk belongs on Raw with the talkers and the stars. SmackDown needs Roman and the Bloodline back to stop the bleeding. And Kevin Owens, mainly. Obafemi is the guy to shake the table on either brand. And if you want to, hell, if you want to, you could send Seth Rollins to SmackDown. Because it don't seem like Seth Rollins have any other opponents either. I mean, he's been feuding with Braun Breaker. Other than that, there's nobody else I haven't seen Seth Rollins feud with this year outside of Braun Breaker and the division. You can send Seth Rollins to SmackDown for CM Punk and keep CM Punk on Raw. I mean, they got ways they can work it out. You know what I'm saying? They just got to know what they're doing. And they just got to make the right decisions. That's all. But I'm telling you now, Obafemi is the guy to shake the table on either brand. And WWE better listen, because Punk pushing for Chicago is him telling you what the fans want. And burying him on SmackDown's creative miss is not it. No. I'm sorry. That's all I got to say on that one. Now let's go over the news on Bruce Prichard set for WWE return after months away. Now, this was news also from Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Bruce is set for a WWE return after being gone since WrestleMania 42, dealing with back problems. And apparently he's dropped a lot of weight during his time away, and he's healthy enough to get back in the building. Look, I don't care if he came back 50 pounds lighter and running marathons. The answer is no for me. I do not think Bruce Prichard being back will have any noticeable impact on WWE Creative. 1,000%. He is not needed. Michael Hayes isn't even needed either. That's actually pausing. Literally. Prichard being back will have any noticeable impact on WWE Creative. That's actually positive. And Triple H's system has already found its groove without him. In fact, live chat, the product got more tolerable when he was gone. Oh, great. I cannot wait to not be excited. Bruce Prichard is one of the guys I hope gets removed from the administration, from their positions sooner rather than later. And Michael Hayes is another one that needs to go right behind him, because you know exactly why I want both of them removed. It's simple. They're fucking awful at their jobs. Their creative ideas are stalled. Their producing is outdated. Their writing is terrible. They've been part of the problem for years. That's the same thing I said about Vince McMahon when he was in charge. They've been, not only they've been the problem for years, but they have been the whole entire issue. Pritchard is still executive director of creative writing and talent, which means he's had his hands all over storylines, talent direction, and the overall process that's been killing SmackDown and burying acts on Raw for the last decade. We don't need more 2022 booking in 2026. We don't need more agents who think a 20-minute in-ring promo with zero payoff is peak TV. We do not need more backstage politics from guys who protect their favorites and ice out anybody with a fresh idea. Triple H finally started moving away from that old guard mindset. And the last thing WWE needs is Pritchard coming back to reinstall his brother love logic into every segment. I don't care that he's healthier now, but being in better shape doesn't fit bad taste. Okay. Until Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes are out, WWE Creative is always going to have one foot in the Attitude Era graveyard. His return isn't going to save SmackDown, and isn't going to save Elevate or save Raw. And it sure as hell isn't going to help Night of Champions or SummerSlam. It's just going to mean more meetings where good ideas die and more shows where I'm checking my watch by segment 2. No, I'm not excited. No, I don't think it helps. Clear them both out, please. Before I wrap this up, I got to talk directly because I'm sick of these faceless internet wrestling community Twitter X accounts that hide behind parody profiles, fan accounts, and no profile pic. They block me when they can't handle the fucking truth. Scumbag and fucking idiots, man. Can't handle the truth about how bad WWE's creative writing and booking is right now. Doodle Hausen, Firefly, wants to quote tweet me with these are kind of tweets Triple H be talking about, dog. Why do y'all feel the need to watch this way? Like he's sitting in gorilla position with Triple H. Bro, you're not backstage, man. You're in your basement posting about Cena belt. You didn't even earn. Not to mention, you don't trust the app to post your Cena pick, but you trust WWE to book a good show? Make it make sense, bro. Then we got Iron Eddie Maiden hitting the block button like it's a damn finisher. Congrats, King. You blocked me, and you still block the fact that you're still an asshole and that SmackDown was a mid-low C- disaster. Got the nerve to call me a whiny bitch. German Dio, 1985. That's the one that called me that. Huge Julia fan with 7 followers. I'm a huge Julian fan myself. But the fact that you call me a whiny little bitch because I said Julia versus Kiana James was mid-C and the crowd was dead until Blake Monroe dropped her on her head, man, your whole account is a parody. And your opinion is even more irrelevant than your fucking follower account. Even more irrelevant than your follower account. Y'all look to police how people watch wrestling. But you never police WWE when they feed you Danhausen and Matt Cardona beating Luz Garza, Sami Zayn's 12th apology tour, Jay super kicking Cody for no reason. Chelsea Green getting squashed after finally getting over. A go-home show that had less urgency than a house show dark match. You're the motherfucking reason Bruce Prichard and Michael Hayes still have jobs. You're the motherfucking reason SmackDown can be awful and WWE knows you clap anyway. So don't come to me in my account, commenting on my tweets, calling me a little whiny bitch. Oh, you're also the reason they can take a London crowd that paid pay-per-view money and give them a C- show with a Cody Oba stare-down slap on the end to trick you into thinking it mattered. I don't deserve these reviews for cowards and delusional clowns who block and run when their favorite gets criticized. I do this for me. I do this for the people who actually watch their brains on and want better for this company. If giving a solid low B- to an overbooked mess makes me whining, then I'll be whining every Friday when your tweets get 1 view and 0 replies. Now run tell that. Block me all you want. You can't block the ratings. You can't block the empty seats. And you damn sure can't block the fact that 2 hours next month won't fix SmackDown until the creative changes. So keep hiding behind your blocks, your burner accounts, and your Cena belts. I'll keep telling the truth. IWN don't fold around this motherfucker. We don't flinch. And we sure as hell don't fake cheer for trash accounts like that. And if anybody else got a problem with me, they can come get their fucking issue. End of the story. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and run this up. Because somebody gotta say it, man. Like, seriously. I'm getting tired of the fake shit, fake accounts, man. Hating on me, hating on my channel, hating on my accounts over my credible opinions, over my wrestling takes. Really. I'm over it. New leadership will keep blocking. I'll keep talking. This show was awful. The creative sucks. Like I said, until Bruce, Hayes, and every other outdated suit is gone, SmackDown is cooked. Cooked! Can't believe y'all are sucking Triple H's dick and protecting freaking booking. Yeah, I said it. They cry when someone like me says it louder. Oh, I watch it this way because I'm not a blind mark eating up every cold plate WWE surveys, blah, 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 blah. If you think calling it mid-low C- show is a mid-low C- show is the problem, well, guess what? You're the problem. Me calling it a mid-C show is not the problem. Me calling it a mid-C show is simple. Because at the end of the day, grading it a mid-low C- show is what grade the show deserves to get. It's what the grade the show deserves. It's what it legitimately deserves, man. That's just like I watched Evolve this week. I graded it a solid little B minus. Last week's Evolve, I graded it a mid C filler garbage. Monday Night Raw was mid C filler this week for the first time. Meanwhile, NXT was another solid B show, in my opinion. Oh, and by the way, this Sunday, when I'm live for the NXT Great American Bash PLE, take a full break, come back, we'll go over everything, and then I'm going to go over the news on the NXT viewership, and I'm going to explain why the NXT viewership has been going up. You got to give NXT credit, though. The last 2 weeks, the show's been solid. That I can freaking agree with. And if they continue to do this, they might actually surpass Monday Night Raw. I don't know about AAA, but Monday Night Raw, hell, they already surpassed Evolve and SmackDown. Imagine how the Monday Night Raw writers and creative would feel if NXT actually surpassed Raw. Imagine how everybody on Raw would feel. But I'm going to remind all these haters one last time. I don't do reviews for you cowards who block and run. I simply do this for my IWN family, supporters, audience, and YouTube subscribers. Never forget that. For the people who actually watch with their eyes open and want this product to be better like I do. And like I said, this is the last time I'm saying this. If giving real grades, calling out lazy creative makes me whine, then I'll be whining with 100K views while you're mad in my notifications with 1 view and a John Cena belt pick. That's it. I'm done, man. I am out of here. These annoying, disgusting negative accounts make me sick. They block me for the dumbest reasons ever. And have no freaking respect or authority whatsoever. They just block me whenever they feel like it, whenever they feel like I'm wrong. Motherfucker, when it comes to wrestling, what do I always say? What do I always say? I'm never wrong. I am absolutely never wrong in every sense of word when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to WWE. Now, do I have to apologize to the people that blocked me? No. Do they have to apologize to me for blocking me? No. Fuck them. Think I care about these accounts blocking me? Give me a break. They're nothing but sitting dolls and sitting ducks. And now you got this guy. Now you got guys talking crap in somebody else's quote tweet saying he only talks to himself. No one else commented on these tweets. It's mental illness to watch somebody or something continuously that you dislike. Just scrolled a little bit on their profile. Jesus Christ, no engagement in a weird ass YouTube channel. Boy, these people are something else, man. These people are something else online, man. I'm telling you, they really are. They talking about some mental illness. The nerve of these accounts to say that I have mental illness. It's very hilarious to me. It really is. People don't even know, these people don't even know who I am. But they'll get it figured out sooner rather than later. Anyways, I'll be live for Lucha Libre AAA this Saturday night. And I could be live for Night of Champions. I do want to be live for that to see if Oba is going to win. Like I said, if Oba loses, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. They can block me and quote tweet all they want. It ain't hurt my feelings. Makes me stronger in the end. And it makes me put them on blast even more to keep them away. I'm talking about these Twitter X accounts who think they know more about WWE than I do, apparently. Just wait till I show one of my followers these screenshots. This guy that quote tweeted me that I called out apparently has someone else replying to his quote tweet. You know, he quote tweeted my tweet. That's a shame. It's sad these accounts claim that I talk to myself, but really I'm talking to my YouTube subscribers and followers and supporters. I mean, what's wrong with talking to my subscribers, followers, and supporters? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Look, I only do these watch parties and results and reviews to speak the truth. And the truth was, SmackDown was awful last night. I mean, well, what else y'all want me to say? What more do I have to explain than what I've already said? Man, these positive IQ accounts online want me to not shit on the product, want me to say that SmackDown was a good show last night. But you know what? Your mama Hounce, he's the same way as Doodle Haugen is, who hide behind fan accounts and parody pigs trying to police how I watch wrestling. He's the same way. The same way. And yet, Doodle Haugen is a grown man running a Dan Haugen fan page, posting about, like I said, Cena belt you won't even show the picture of. Bro, sit down, man. Seriously, sit down. Free Smoke in his comments talking about he over there talking about he only talks to himself. No one else commented. It's mental illness to watch something continuously that you dislike and no engagement and a weird ass Twitter, YouTube channel. Meanwhile, you got 24 views and 2 likes under your reply. Now, what you got to say about that? Yeah, I'll wait. My SmackDown go home show, my SmackDown Night of Champions go home show review gets more views. I don't want to hear these negative accounts coming at me. Oh, why do you keep continuing to do this and do that? I just explained that. I just explained why I continue to do what I do. I shouldn't have to repeat it again. My channel is still growing while you're still mad. Once again, in my freaking mentions on Twitter X. And y'all think giving a solid low B minus to an overbooked mess with Sami Zayn's 20th apology tour and all that for no reason. In a main event that felt like a house show is mental illness. Really? The real sickness is Twitter accounts like y'all telling me what to do and what to not do when I can do what I want to do. When I'm 27 years old, a grown ass man. Imagine that. Go home show with zero urgency before Night of Champions and clapping like it's 5-star. But you know what? Only I know that they're the reason WWE knows they can serve cold leftovers, and the IWC will eat it up in actual seconds. You blocked me because I graded your favorite show a mid-low C minus overall and told the truth. I said it on my review, and I'll say it one last time because this is my stream and I can say whatever I want. Fenix versus Frazer carried. Over. Cody saved the last 30 seconds. The rest, like I said, was bad. I don't know why you people debate the product so you can attack people like me on Twitter X. You can't handle real critique, so you cry, why don't y'all watch this way? I watch this way because I watch this way because I'm not a geek. I'm not a mark. I'm not an idiot. And let me remind you one last time the real reason why I watch. Because I want better. I watch because I'm not going to let SmackDown be trash and lie to myself. You got no engagement because nobody cares about your opinion. Blah, 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 blah. I'm tired of the fake positivity. My followers are tired of the fake positivity. My supporters and YouTube subscribers are tired of it too. So y'all can keep people accounts like Doodle Hausen and Yo Mama House. Y'all can keep scrolling. Keep on scrolling. Keep on talking shit, man. Keep on talking shit about me and my YouTube channel. Because you never know who's going to come from my followers list to defend me. Better watch what you say when you call somebody mental illness. Because it gets people like you in some serious trouble. In a serious position that you are going to be scared to be in. Stuff like this also gets accounts like you beat up. So I'm still going to call it like I see it. Keep on coping to all the accounts that block me. Keep on coping. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to call it like I see it. Until the old guard is out, 2 hours next month won't fix nothing. I don't fix for cowards. I don't fold for cowards. We do beg for likes from clowns. We don't do all that. I tell the truth here and I keep it moving. So if you haters continue to not believe that, then that's on you. You don't like what I do? Go find something else to watch or go watch somebody else's YouTube channel. Go watch somebody else's live stream. Because I can tell you right now that this ain't the channel for you. For you to be saying stuff about me. Saying that I do this. I say this. I say that. And for this guy to say mental illness, you wouldn't say that to an autistic person. You wouldn't say that to a person with autism, now would you? Because if you did, some bad things would have happened to you by now. But let me get on off of here and get back to what I was doing because I'm already sick of being on here now. Because these people want to put me down, put me to shame, to say I got no engagement. Look at all the tweets. Look at all the views I got. Clearly, all this is engagement. Clearly, everybody sees what I post. I don't have to get comments for people to see that I care about this company. I don't got to get comments to see that I'm doing right with my YouTube channel, that I'm doing this on the job. I certainly don't need comments for people to see that I am trying to get to 1,000 subs. And I am trying to be the nicest I can. But when people start saying stuff across the line, I get mad real quick. So just know that. I do appreciate y'all for listening to my SmackDown review. Hit the thumbs up. And when the string gets processed, let me know in the comments what you think. Your thoughts on SmackDown. If you comment SmackDown was solid, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to say nothing. At the end of the day, agree to disagree. But I already said what I said on here, so I should be live for Night of Champions. If not, I'll see y'all live for AAA. I'm out of here. Good night.